Deion Sanders urged to act fast as insider predicts son Shedeur-Like fate for Julian Lewis and Kaidon Salter. Shedeur Sanders handed over the keys to the Buffs offense, but what kind of offensive reign did he leave behind? While the flashy and most talked about Buffs QB throne grabs headlines, the reality behind it is nearly 100 sacks. With Shedeur Sanders off to the pros, the QB1 battle at Colorado is heating up. Kaidon Salter has the early edge due to his experience, but Julian Lewis isn't backing down. He's working hard to secure the job. But the real question isn't just who will win, it's whether either of them can handle the relentless pressure that Shedeur faced. No one knows the fight for survival better than Shedeur Sanders, who endured a record-breaking 52 sacks in 2023, pushing his career total to a staggering 135 sacks. The punishment didn't stop in 2024 either, as he was sacked another 42 times, proving the Buffs never truly fixed the problem. They just tried. And that's exactly what Deion Sanders can't let happen again. Whether it's Kaidon Salter or Julian Lewis stepping in as QB1, the Buffs need to protect their signal caller this time around. Buffs insider Kevin Borba broke it down on Locked On Buffs, making it clear. You need to protect Kaidon Salter or Julian Lewis, whoever wins the job, because although Kaidon Salter is a scrambler, right? He can move with his legs, he's got big runs on his resume, and Julian Lewis can move a little bit. But you don't want your quarterback to have to play hero ball every single game. That's a straight fact. Salter had a phenomenal 2023 season, showing off his dual threat ability. He racked up 1,089 rushing yards and 12 touchdowns while throwing for 2,176 yards and 32 touchdowns, earning the CUSA Player of the Year award. In 2024, however, he adjusted his game. He focused more on passing, throwing for 1,886 yards while rushing for 587, proving he could adapt and grow. On the other hand, Julian Lewis brings a different style. Juju is not a pure scrambler, but he doesn't stay stationary in the pocket either. He moves strategically under pressure, always keeping his eyes downfield. His passing numbers reflect his ability to command an offense, 3,094 yards and 48 touchdowns in 2023, following a monster 4,118-yard 48 touchdown season in 2022. He's built for high-pressure situations, delivering standout performances like his 531-yard explosion in a state final, 7-touchdown outing against Harrison, and 6-touchdown performance versus East Coweta. Even Kevin Borba recognizes that not every quarterback has Shedeur Sanders' ability to extend plays under extreme pressure. That's why he's pushing Deion Sanders to finally fix the offensive line, stating, because guess what? Not every quarterback has the mindset or the skill set that Shedeur Sanders does, where it's like, hey, I'm going to keep this play alive regardless, right? It's just not everyone's programmed that way. So get the offensive line to start protecting some people. Get the offensive line to instill a run game. Did Deion fix it? Has Deion Sanders actually solved Colorado's rushing woes? Even if you take the sacks out of the equation, the running game was a mess. Under Deion Sanders, the Colorado Buffaloes have yet to produce a single 100-yard rushing game from a running back. That's right. The last time a Colorado RB hit that milestone was Alex Fontenot's 108-yard performance against USC in November 2023. Think about that. An entire season without a 100-yard rusher. How can a Power 5 team fail to establish a dominant ground attack? It's not a talent issue either. The Buffs have capable backs, but they haven't been able to establish consistency. Isaiah Augustov led the Buffs in rushing last season with just 394 yards on 85 carries and 4 touchdowns. That's not going to cut it. A 9-4 record last season was impressive, but without a reliable ground game, Colorado's offense lacked balance. Even insider Kevin Borba pointed out the glaring issue, saying, you need your offensive line to be better in pass blocking. You need them to be better in run blocking. Without improvement up front, the struggles will continue. Now, it all comes down to the key coaching figures. Number 1, Pat Shurmur. As the offensive coordinator, how will he reshape the Buffs' ground game? Kevin Borba is clear on what needs to happen, saying, Pat Shurmur as an offensive coordinator needs to adapt, change, and simply learn from his mistakes, right? The same way the offensive line can't benefit from Shedeur Sanders making all these plays, Pat Shurmur's play calling will be under a microscope. Everyone wants to see how good of a play caller you are. Number 2. Marshall Faulk. Deion Sanders made a bold move, bringing in Pro Football Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk as running backs coach. Even R.J. Young pointed it out as a significant hire, noting, Colorado ranked dead last in rushing yards per game, just 65. One of the reasons that I think the hire of Marshall Faulk is such a big deal. So now the question is, can Deion Sanders and co. prevent Julian Lewis and Kaidon Salter from facing the same fate as Shedeur Sanders? Or will Colorado's offense remain one-dimensional and leave their quarterbacks running for their lives? This season will reveal if the Buffs have truly turned the page, or if the same struggles will haunt them once again.